Hello, welcome back to Cami Designs, and today we're going to do a heel flap of a sock. I'm just trying to finish up some of my project, and I've had these socks of my brother's that I'm working on, and so we're just going to work on that. And I'm using a US needle, size US 7, and it's 32 inches or longer. I'm using like a 40, and it's Worst Weight yarn, which is a number 4, and I've already worked the chart. But if you work a chart on top-down socks, you have to remember to go from the top of the chart down. And then what I did is I cast it on 48 stitches. Then I did a rib for 1 inch. Then I worked the pattern and chart. And now we're doing the heel flap. So these are the 2 rows for the heel flap, and we work it 8 times. Okay. So this is what the first sock looked like. This is not my chart. I did not create this chart. I did have to make a couple adjustments to it. I will put the link to the hat that I got that chart off, and I already asked the designer for permission to use her chart in these socks. And so this is the first one, and remember, when you're doing the chart, you want to go from the top down. And so what I did is when I had to adjust the chart, I wrote it out for each sock, and then I started here and worked my way down. So I'll get that out of the way now. And so here is my sock where I'm working. So this is, if I was continuing the round, this would be a magic loop style. But since now I'm going to just work this heel flap back and forth, I'm just going to use these like regular straight needles. And when doing a chart like this on a sock, you want to make sure you know where you want the front of your sock, like where you want the front of your leg to be. So this is what I want my front to look like, and this is the back of the sock. So I want the heel flap to work off of these stitches here. So these front ones are just going to be set aside. Take my ends off here. And I'm not going to work with those until I need to pick up my gusset and do those. So now I don't have to turn my work because I'm already set up to go to now work along this back here, and it's going to be a slip one and then purl across. So I'm just going to slip one, and you can slip it, I'm going to slip it purl wise so my stitches don't get twisted. And I'm just going to purl into these. Oops, let me put that back on there. I don't want to have my yarn in there like that. Okay. Slip one, and then I'm going to purl all the way across. Let me get some of my stuff out of the way here. I'm just going to purl across these now. This is the inside of the sock. It's pretty easy. I'm only working over 24 stitches here because I split my stitches in half. I don't know if I said that earlier. But when you're working with, when you're doing the heel flap, you want to put half the stitches on a separate needle. And then you want to work the other half for your heel flap. And then I'm just going to turn my work here. And now I want to slip one and knit one. Slip one, knit. Slip one, knit. Slip one, knit. And I'm working this all the way across. Slip one, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit, slip, and knit. slip, and knit, slip, knit, slip. And you'll notice I'm slipping it purl-wise and not knit-wise. And it will keep my stitches from getting twisted. And knit. Okay, and then I'll just turn my work and work a purl row again. And so I want to slip one and then purl across here. My stitches want to slide off my needle, but so I'm kind of holding them with my finger here. There we go. That's better. Purling across these, and you'll notice that you'll have where you slip, there'll be like a little carry of the yarn here across the stitch. Okay, almost to the end of this one. Like I said, it does work up pretty fast. And then I just turn my work. You'll notice I'm just turning back and forth, and I'm leaving those, my yarn keeps getting in the way here. I'm leaving these stitches alone because this is for my front of my sock. So now I want to slip this one here and then knit, slip, knit, slip, knit. You don't have to say this out loud. I just do it so I don't forget what I'm doing. Slip and ending with a knit. Okay, so there I've already worked this twice, and so it'll end up looking like this here. It looks kind of like ribbed, and so bring this back in here again, and you can, if you don't have a 32-inch or larger needle, then you can use double pointed needles. You can put your hold stitches on one and then just put a stopper on each end and hold your front stitches. Or if you have one of these, you can use one of these to slide your stitches on, hook it, and then you won't lose them. Because when I first started this sock and I was working in this, and you're not going to be able to work back and forth and hold your stitches on this, so you'll need something different. Even if you have just a 16-inch, like these two would work. Something you want to slide your stitches, these front stitches, onto. When you're working with the Magic Loop style, which is a 32-inch or larger circular needle, you can just slide them on here and they don't become a problem. So that was about it for this video. This was the heel flap of a sock. I will show the rest of the sock as I go. So I will show the gusset and the heel turn and then the foot and then the toe. So I will show that as I'm working the sock. And also remember, if you're doing a chart like this where it's got like images, you want to start from the top and work down. If not, your chart will be upside down. And then here is the steps we did. I'm not going to show this chart because it's not my chart. I didn't create it. But I will leave the link to the hat pattern where the chart was from in my description. She did it on a hat. It is a Lord of the Rings, or it's a Fellowship of the Rings hat. Last time I checked, it was free on Ravelry. I don't know if she's changed it since then, but I will put a link to her pattern in the description if you want to check out her hat pattern. And so I did a rib. I worked a pattern chart, which I got permission from her to adjust the pattern and use it on socks. And then I put half the stitches on a save needle, which is the top of your foot. So you do want to make sure what image you want to show on the front of your sock. That'll depend on what half of the stitches you put for your top of the foot. And then I did a slip one and purled across, and then I did a slip one, knit one, and I repeated that across. And then you want to work these rows 8 more times, so a total of 9 times. You want to end on a purl row, so then you can do your knit row and pick up the gusset. So you just want to end on the purl row. And that is it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I'm going to put a subscribe button in the description, so check that out if you just want to be able to hit a link and subscribe. I'm going to try to figure that out and put that in the description. And if not, you can hit the little subscribe icon and subscribe, and don't forget to like and share and do all that fun stuff. And thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye!